Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here. Welcome back for some MWO patch notes review. This is for January 18th, 2022. Wow, how the time flies. We're going to go ahead and dive in, and the first thing you should probably notice is the Predator pack, or at least the Blood Asp. We'll be diving into that in just a moment. Obviously, this goes live on today, January 18th, as of recording. So if you're watching this, it's the past, or is it the future? I don't know. Roll with it. Basically, they say, hope you had a great holiday, enjoying all the sales and events. Yes, we noticed the sales, PGI, we do. And the new quick play map, Hellebore Outpost. I absolutely adore the map. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think there's some hitboxes that need to be fixed. Looking at you, Francois, you're only one who can save us. Obviously, keep an eye out for more sales and events. Don't worry, we wouldn't forget that. January free mech was the Hunchback 2CA, and for those that don't know, again, very versatile mech. It's able to do quite a bit, but it is very squishy. All right, so they've got the patch includes the release of the new Predator pack. And again, that's today. You will have 30 days as of watching this video to then, if you want the early adopter bonuses, to do that, which again I think is a really cool thing that they started implementing a while back. And of course, we'll take a look at it here about that. Obviously, Rivals pack last month, proving to be popular pack. Well, we also understand. The 6 quirk pass is happening and includes mechs like the Nova, Linebacker, Battlemaster, and their adjustments to previous quirk passes, map fixes, bug fixes, and more. Hellebore Outpost has been very well received, and Francois has already hard work on the next quick play map, which will be based off of the faction play map Emerald Taiga, definitely Taiga, and will be another new biome for quick play. Now, what's interesting about that is I think that's good. I like that. That's basically a new map. Now, someone could say, well, it's taking an old map. It's the biome. It's a completely different map. Same thing with Hellebore Outpost is a completely different map based on the one from Faction Play. So kudos. I like the sound of that. New map. That's always good. Haven't seen any photos of it, but I expect that sort of biome, that aesthetic, to be in a quick play match. One thing I really like about the Hellebore Outpost is the verticality and no more NASCAR. You know, what's really nice about that? You do have to stick together, and you can be, basically found out and killed really quick. But just keep that in mind. Stay together. All right. Of course, all these are subject to change, and that's pretty much it. So let's go take at the new Predator booster pack. I did a video on this. The booster pack, in this case, the Predator pack. The aesthetics I really dig here. I like the Blood Asp and the bolt-ons you can see here. It's got this very a noob Egyptian vibe that I dig. Also, you can see the hands. I really liked how they did those on the inside, and not, you see how they function over form. So they put the weapon pods where they should be, and then the arms on the inside. I definitely dig the aesthetics here across the board. The Blood Asp itself is actually getting all unique hard points for the most part, and that's actually pretty cool. So again, you get hard points that you can't get elsewhere, and whereas the Shadowcat only gets a handful of them. I do dig the Shadowcat sort of look here, and it's got this almost like wing, these little just struts that come off here. Reminds me a lot of the spider, as far as the little flaps. By the way, if you didn't notice, the spider, when you jump, those move up and down. That'd be cool if that happened here. I know it's not, but it almost looks like, you're jumping around. You should be able to glide in, sort of what the Shadowcat does. Again, going back to what's unique about the Shadowcat is the energy hard points that it's introducing to the left torso. That being said, if you want ECM, guess where the ECM is? Left torso. So it's one of those things where this adds some uniqueness for a 45 tonner, and if you want to utilize all the energy hard points, you just won't have ECM, which I don't think is a problem, because now you've got a handful more. Definitely, like I said, dig the aesthetics here. I think it's I think this is how bolt-ons, again, should have been from the beginning, and I agree with the direction they've taken the bolt-ons. It's unfortunate that I don't think we'll ever see them go back and do that for the other mechs, but I think if bolt-ons would have been like this from the start, they would have been a lot more popular. Albeit they still don't offer these as independent purchases in the store. That's something, again, that I feel like PGI could definitely do, especially on some of these that some people may actually purchase. They're already there. If you just put them up on the store for purchase for MC, I think people would buy them. So again, why not? It makes you money. And if someone doesn't want the mech per se, but they want the bolt-ons, you're already having a game. I think that would be a cool addition. So aesthetically and performance-wise, I'll be taking a look at these two mechs. I think I'll dig the Shadow Cat just because I love the Shadow Cat. Blood Ass for me is one of those mechs where it's a all or nothing. I usually have really good matches or I just have really bad matches, and that's just the nature of the beast. Now, again, more missiles. I mean, we have some ideas for that. So let's go down to the quirks and weapon adjustments. And we have some changes here. Heat increased to 2.2, and this is Clan Small Pulse from 2.05. This is interesting because, again, Clan Small Pulse predominantly used in mechs like the Mangoyle, Gargoyle build, or Arctic Cheetah. Also, another one is, Piranha and stuff like that. Usually it's the Micro Pulse as well, but that's interesting that they're toning it back down. Clan Large Pulse cooldown increased to 3.5 from 3.2, so slight DPS change there. But just keep in mind, any of these changes have an also inverse effect. If you fire and it takes longer to then fire the next round, guess what? You cool off. So it's a trade-off. And with those micro adjustments, sometimes it's better for the alpha to be able to do that. So pay attention to the Clan Large Pulse. You may see a little bit better alpha potential just because the cooling capacity is improved. So again, it seems like a nerf, but in some ways it's also a buff as far as in one direction. LRM 5s 1 through 20 reduced impulse from 0.15 from 0.3. So that's a 50% increase, or 100% decrease, sorry, in that. Wow, that's reduced screen shake when hit by alarms. That's a big one right there. And of course, we have the a change also to clans as well, reduced to 0.08 from 0.15. That's, yeah, so that's quite significant across the board. Not quite 100% on that one, but close enough. Yeah, those are interesting. Again, screen shake, I think, is one of those things where it could be really aggravating. And that's definitely going to improve things. So there you guys go. Mechwarrior, and this is for the Predator. What's interesting here is going back to some of the default quirks some of these mechs can have. 25% radar deprivation in the CT. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Those are the type of things I think across the board is great. So again, that's without any input from the player on the skill tree, you're automatically getting some things. Again, Navid, if you're behind this one, I like it. Of course, we got some set of 8s here. It does have missile pods. The set of 8s, negative 7.5 heat. All right, Shadow Cat. And again, Shadow Cat across the board. A lot of little things here. You'll notice that some quirks per the pods. It's also got armor as far as the body as well. I'm interested to see how this plays again with the mech, and I'll be playing it when it comes out today. Quirk Pass 6, Nova. I'm not going to go through any of these in detail, but just know that I have been playing some of these mechs that come out. Some are quite fun, actually, to be quite honest. Some of these are set of 8s. It looks like we have, again, a lot of survivability popping off here, a lot of structure. UAC and ammo per ton in the right arm. This is, again, one of those quirks that's really helpful because you can drop 1 ton and not have to worry about having to take 2 or 3. Some of these are getting a lot of love, as you can see, removed. You can see they removed some spread, but then what they did is they just added missiles. So instead of it being a weapon specific, they made it a generic and so forth and so on, which is, again, a good thing. Consolidation of quirks, especially considering how many there are out there. Linebacker, I felt like the linebacker, it's usually usually see the linebacker in either all medium pulse, SRMs, or like ER peeps back in the day. And I don't know if you'll see any difference here. There is some ballistic, stuff here, the set of 8s. I just don't think that's enough I'd have to check it out here. The ammo per ton is nice, 50% more, and the converted the Ghost. It's just the linebacker doesn't have a lot of tonnage. It can do SRMs and it can do medium weapons, energy weapons pretty well. It just doesn't have the tonnage to be able to do that. So usually it's either go big on one and then you have to go small. So maybe like a UAC or an LB20 or something like that with a bunch of ERO smalls or something like that. So it'll be interesting seeing what comes out of that. Again, I'm liking the changes here. A lot of survivability that I'm seeing across the board, some more than others, some set of 8 stuff. Again, the set of 8 is nice, but generally speaking, I don't think I run any of my linebackers as a set of 8, which may change depending, but we'll have to take a look at it. The red line here, as you can see, some structure removed, armor instead, bunch of stuff here. Ballistic cooldown, jam chance, ammo per ton. So Black Knight. All right, so I'm going to be very honest. Black Knight, one of the biggest problems that it's always going to have is that its mounts are super, super low. And there's nothing that they can do about that other than compensate, but you have to be very, very careful when doing that. So converted structure bonus into armor bonuses on all variants. Of course, increase in that. Laser duration. They've kept it pretty slim here, nothing crazy. But the big thing here is they're all super low hard points. So you have to be very, very careful with that. We do have a added HSL quirk here, and that's a +2 for light PPCs on the 7KNT. So at least that's where it's making you go in that direction. I'm okay with weapon specific or like a certain type of weapon quirk like that. And of course it gets PPC family heat, which also applies to light peeps. This one added ER, standard, medium, medium pulse laser range, so forth and so on. So you get to choose between the two. And then moving on to the Battle Master here. It looks like, yeah, generic stuff being replaced. Increased arm, left arm. A good 100% increase on that across the board. Battle Master, good weapons platform, high mounts for the most part on the torso, low mounts on the arms. You generally see them as energy boats, not as ballistic in energy, just because, again, those low mounts on those arms, I think most people just would rather go for a different mech. That being said, looks not like a whole lot of survivability here. It looks like all weapon-specific stuff. Laser duration, weapon velocity, cooldowns, heat gen, nothing crazy. You can see here, looks like they're pretty solid. And again, what they're doing is instead of energy heat, they're just doing heat. So it's helping the entire chassis, especially when most of them, if we're honest, can only really do energy. And like it's only a handful. Some of them, of course, can do more than one missile. But generally no survivability here. I think that's fine. Playing the Battlemaster, I think it's a great chassis. It's a weapons platform. Moving on to Blood Asp here. And again, we've got some set of 8s, radar depth added to the CT. So that's interesting that they did that. And it's specific to certain of the base CTs. So it's not to all of them. As you can see, the A and the B did not get it, but the rest did. So that's, again, a big thing. So you don't have to invest in the skill tree. It's automatically get there. What they're trying to do here with the arms, they're adding uniqueness to the arms, to the flavor. So if you take them, of course, it'll be interesting to see what people do here. For instance, you can see negative 7.5 LBX to the right torso. Well, what are other combinations that they can bring in that people are going to do to, create stuff? So that'll be interesting, seeing people chase the rabbit down that hole. And of course, we got a bunch of adjustments, and it's a very, very long list. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here. IV4, interesting here, added 20% cooldown, removed ballistic, removed energy, removed missile, and then added 60% ballistic ammo per ton. So that's interesting. For those that don't know, you used to be able to run AC10 or dual LB10 IV4 and be pretty deadly, and especially on one-on-ones. Well, now they've pretty much removed all that, just consolidated. I think that's fine, makes it easy. I would still push back and say I still think 20% cooldown on anything is high. Like, you know, like, again, to me, especially when it comes down to the MRMs, when this is, I've said this time and time again, it's one of those things where a little bit of power creep can be pulled back here. But what they did in the past is they reduced some of the survivability and they made it more of a glass cannon, again, which I'm fine for. So they did nerf it in the past. But this ammo per ton is interesting because it's a 60%, which again allows you to basically put ballistic ammo on and get more per tonnage. So ergo, you don't have to waste as much ton on, like, you can add more to your engine rating and so forth. And of course, velocity increased. So that's cool. Let's see, UAC ammo bonus to 100% from 75 on the DD. That's cool. Missile ammo bonus in standard, you know, again, these on the Jaeger, that's nice. Let's see here. There's so many little changes. Fixed initial on Grimplexus. Mechs no longer get stuck in H8I8. Updated Frozen City where it's possible jump jet to restricted area. I think I saw that one on stream. I think I'm the one who reported that one. I can't take credit for that, but for those that know who are there on stream and you remember the day I saw that one, that was unique. I never see that. There was old Frozen called, yeah, old. It was old Frozen City, not the newer one. Fixed initiative on Polar Highlands where mechs could get stuck on grid India 8. Interesting. Removed invisible collision ramp in HPG. Now, there's some bug fixes here. Domination circles now more visible in the minimap. Ooh, what about Hellebore Outpost? What about I'm totally blanking right now about Caustic Valley. Side torso and armor structure values now match. Weapon geo on the left arm. Okay, that's cool. Rosslog pattern on Fafner. Okay, updated jump jet texture. Okay, so really, how about the yeah, Caustic Valley needs that as well. Domination circle more visible on that. So I'm wondering what they did on that. So that's your patch notes. Lots of little changes. As far as big changes, development, we're still waiting on PGI to come back from. Of course, they've already came back from holiday. Matt Newman and was saying that the end of February, they'd hope to have the roadmap out. And I know a lot of us are eagerly awaiting, and that'll take up another video. But until then, we have the patch notes here. It'll be going live in just a few moments, actually, for those that are watching this video. I'm actually live streaming this. And again, if you haven't been over to the stream, I highly encourage you to do so. I'll have a link down below, twitch.tv/NGNGTV. Join us on Discord. Again, all these links will be down below, where you can hang out, be a part of the community, and join the discussion, because again, lots of stuff is happening. Or in this case of moving, you know, to February and possibly getting a roadmap, we'll find out really the direction that MWO is going to take as far as development. So anyways, that was your patch notes, my review of it, my thoughts on it. I'm looking forward to playing the new Shadowcat because, again, speed, maneuverability, it's sort of everything I like. I don't know if I'll like the lack of ECM as far as, but we're going to give it a try. As far as the Predator and the Shadowcat go, I really like the bolt-ons. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I think that's the direction the bolt-ons should have been from the start. But if you enjoyed this, if you found this informative, click the like button, leave a comment down below. Are you excited for, which one are you excited for? Did you buy the Predator pack? How have you found the other packs? Is it one of those things where you'll continue to purchase these? Is there any mechs or mech packs that you know haven't happened that you'd be interested in? Let me know down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope to see you on Discord. Hope to see you on the next stream. Until next time.